Dr. Mahalia Hines has been a pillar of Chicago's education community for more than 4 decades. During that time, she's learned a lot about what it takes to raise a compassionate and contributing adult, much like her son, Chicago's very own rapper, actor, and philanthropist, Common.
Tomorrow's Children, How to Raise Children to Stay Human in a High-Tech Society. She draws on her background as both a parent and an educator to create a guide for parents and teachers navigating the complexities of raising kids in an era dominated by technology. And Dr. Hines joins us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, you don't have to, didn't have to deal with technology as much as social media with Common, but do you remember what your biggest challenge was back then with him?
My biggest challenge was keeping up with them. And when you don't have technology, you can't keep up with them quite as well. Technology does allow you to know where your child is, so there are a lot of good aspects. But it was mainly keeping up. He was a good kid, though. I didn't have too many problems on him. I was old school. I was very strict.
Meaning he had to be home at a certain time, had to study, do all the stuff, the old school way of doing things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We didn't even have TV during the week.
You're kidding.
Only on the weekend.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, as a teacher and principal for so many years, there's this debate going on of whether phones should be allowed in schools. I mean, we have teenagers, and it consumes their life. There's so much depression with kids with this social media. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think that social media is not bad. That's not the problem. Technology is really not the problem, and I think what parents have to learn is here to stay. It's not going away. I think what the problem is we have gotten away from old school values. We've gotten away from raising our kids to be discerning, to be able, to look at something and know it's not right. You're not going to take their phones from them. They'll get on their friend's phone.
Right.
So what you need to do is have strong values in your home. Be very intentional about raising your kids. What happened to manners? What happened to kindness? What happened to gratitude and respect? If children are taught those things, if they look at TikTok or something, one of the social medias, and see a child being bullied, they'll say that's not right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's, you go into a restaurant and the kids will be on the table with their parents, all on the phone. Is it lazy parenting?
I think that what they have done is allow technology to babysit their kids. One of the chapters in the book talks about who's raising your child. And so, as I said, I think we need to be very conscientious about that. It really bothers me. I was in church the other day, and a little baby, she couldn't have been more than 2 or 3, was crying. So the mother gave her the phone.
Oh, gee.
So technology becomes
right.
the babysitter.
Yeah.
But the big problem is you need to be, or let your kids see what you want them to be. Are we as parents and adults, are we on our laptops?
Yeah.
Are we on our phones
Right.
and saying, put the phone down?
Right.
You know, in the school system, there's a lot of teachers that are struggling with kids whose parents aren't leading the best example for fundamental values at home. So what is the challenge in the school system to help children who need to reinforce values at school, and they're doing it from scratch?
It's a challenge,
Yeah.
too. Teachers have been asked to take on the parenting role, period, for quite a while. So I think one of the things that teachers will have to do is step up and also model that behavior. While we want to use technology in school because it's really very helpful, it helps to educate the individual child, it saves teachers from a lot of paperwork. But what teachers and parents must know, you can't have high tech without high touch.
In our partisan world, you see, especially in the local papers, a lot of stories arguing about unions, taxes, magnet schools. What do you think the biggest misperception that people have about teaching?
I think the biggest misconception, especially today, is that you can do without the teacher. You are not going to be able to replace humans with technology. And so I think that good teaching is good teaching. I don't care whether it's a charter school, a Catholic school, or a public school. And it's that human element that's so important. How many times, I don't know if it happened in your house or your house, you said your mother was a teacher also. How many times has a child come home and when the parent says something to them, they say, well, my teacher said. So it's very important that we continue to try to hire the very best educators that we can. And I think it would be great if we paid them more.
I think that's a long-standing argument for sure. They're doing the work that it's the toughest job in the world there, is being a teacher. You know that from experience. Do you still have your hand involved in mentoring people still, even though you're out of the day-to-day?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love children. That's how I ended up writing the book, because of my concern for them. I mentor principals and superintendents, and I'm also the president of Common Ground Foundation.
And that's you did a pretty good job with your son, so you know a thing or
Yes.
two about a thing or two. All right, well, it's a pleasure to see you.
Yeah.
Once again, the book is called Tomorrow's Children, How to Raise Children to Stay Human in a High-Tech Society. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Sure.